And now, from a tiki bar somewhere in the Caribbean, the only man to be blacklisted from the blacklist, Dirty Dan Smith.
It's Dirty Dan's Rants right here on the Burning Rubber Radio Facebook page. There will be a huge legal disclaimer following this little video, so please listen to it. All right. We're going to cover a couple things today. Not sure where this is going to go. These are pretty touchy subjects with me, so we're going to get those going. First of all, I want to do some clarifying here, and it's been said that I'm a very negative person, that I hate NASCAR, and that I have nothing good to say about NASCAR. Well, that's a 50% truth and a 50% lie, and let me clear that up for you now. My negativity lies in the organization and the media surrounding NASCAR and the marketing that they base everything on. No more is it about content or talent. It's all about marketing, and the media's falling in line with that. So, you don't have to look very far to know what's going on and what's ruining the sport. And the only ones that don't see it are the ones that have rose-colored glasses on, or are pandering to a certain group of people to make it seem that they are somebody that they're not, and trying to get somewhere in life. Well, used to mediocrity, that wasn't a way to get anywhere. You wanted to do the best that you could do and be as truthful as you could, to get to where you wanted to go, but no more. You be impartial, you pander to a certain group, which gives you the marketing numbers to make you seem that you're something that you're not, and then all of a sudden you're successful, when you're really no different than me and sitting in the spare bedroom of your mom and dad's house or in the basement recording videos like this, doing radio shows. Sound familiar? Yeah, figured it probably would, Pollyanna. All right, moving on to the next subject. It's been a pretty popular subject this week. It's the Max Pappas Mike Skeen deal / Mike Skeen's girlfriend, wife, whatever she is. Doesn't change what happened. Still, partner. Let's go with partner. Mike Skeen's partner. All right. Where do we start with this? All right. First of all, let me get it out there right now. That I do not agree. I agree with the moves NASCAR made to suspend her, fine her, and fine the crew chief. Been there, done that on both the team side and the media side. I know the paperwork that I signed. I know where the lines are. As a driver or a team member, that kind of stuff happens. And it's the boys have at it. I don't necessarily like it, but got some scars here on my face and on my head to prove that it happens at all levels of racing, man. Get that much testosterone going, stuff like that happens. But at any rate, let's get back on point here. The Max Pappas deal. Can't have wives, girlfriends, family members, husbands, whatever. You can't have this going on. So a line did need to be drawn, and action needed to be taken. And in this case, NASCAR got it right on that. But did they get it right? When you dig a little deeper into this, I think there's more here. And this leads into a couple subjects, which one's my favorite, that you all know about, the media and things like that. But and the favoritism that goes on and the impartiality and reporting. But so let me take you on that angle. Here's the angle. I sat down and watched that video, and I'll post a link to it in the narrative here on this video here on the Burning Rubber Radio Facebook page. But if you go to the 45-second mark in that, and you watch Kelly go up the glass jaw, and you can see the arguing there. She's yelling at him. Then all of a sudden, he takes on the dominant role of, I'm a man, you're a woman. How dare you talk to me like that? He swells up on her, leans in like he's really going to give, I don't know what he's going to do. And I don't think she did either. And that slapped me looked more reactionary than going after him, going to beat his ass. I think she went after him to give him a piece of her mind. And in a split second there, it changed from her being the aggressor to old Glassjaw being the aggressor. He swells up, leans in, and she smacks him. And then he can't believe it happened. Well, here's the problem with old Glassjaw. every race that he's in, somebody always screws him. Somebody's wrecking him. Somebody's not doing what they're supposed to do. The list goes on and on. It's endless with him. It's endless with him. There's always a reason for somebody else screwed up. We'll just leave it at that. But we've also seen a propensity for physical violence from him. Just, not more than a month ago, we seen him slap a Ralph's Fenway driver upside the head. Luckily, the guy had a helmet on, and he might got a dislocated jaw too, But, there's that, and he showed on the track he's a very aggressive driver. We can call that violence. On a street, we would call that violence with a 3,400-pound street car. You use that to retaliate against somebody. That's manslaughter. Somebody gets hurt. So, looking at it in these terms, what I think we have here is we definitely have the two sides of the media showing. And, they have no problem talking about Kubu's anger. They have no problem talking about Kyle Busch's anger. They have no problem talking about Tony Stewart's anger, or, the list goes on and on there about who the media, both fringe and mainstream, will throw under the bus for an outburst. But I haven't seen anything like this about Max Pappas. And now we're dealing with physical altercations, not once, but twice, involving him. There's also reports coming out, the more that comes out about this, that Glassjaw went to the trailer and actually put his hands on Kelly in front of a NASCAR official. So I'd like to hear from NASCAR about this, which we won't. This is going to be one of those swept under the rug, we took care of it deals. But, he's looking for trouble, and he found it. I don't know what was going through her mind. All I can do is look at the video and look at it from her point of view and Glassjaw's point of view, and he definitely swelled up on her, and he definitely has a problem with women. You can tell that by the video. Actions speak louder than words. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And it's there. If you take off the rose-colored glasses, look at 44 seconds on in the video link that I'm going to post, and you'll see the same things I see. Anger management, I think, is in order from old Glassjaw Pappas. I think some sort of a suspension, and I think they really need to dig down deep with him. Because, like I said, man, he swelled up on a woman. I could buy the heated out of the car driver thing, being a former driver, and confronting them. Matter of fact, I've said that before, on the Kubu issues, as well as other drivers. Quit sticking the cameras in their face right as soon as they get out of the car. So I can go with that. But the thing is he knew it was a woman. He swelled up on her. He became the aggressor. That's my stance on it, and that's another way to look at it. And I really think when you look into this, and like I said, watch that video, pictures worth 1,000 words. Put that together with the reports coming out is that he went looking for more trouble at the trailer and actually put his hands on her and bruised her in front of a NASCAR official. There's more to this story, and it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be dealt with publicly, in a public way. So we can all know, because I want to know the truth. What I see, my opinion towards old Glassjaw Pappas is that he feels superior to women. So, there you have it. So, quit throwing Kelly under the bus, kind of look at it from her angle, and, maybe things will be a little different. All right, moving on. We're going to move on to this sex sales thing, and, on a couple different fronts, really upsets me pretty bad, when I think about this, and I want to throw some sort of little example up there. See this ink pen? Just normal old everyday ink pen is what it is, right? Throw it in front of Dirty Dan, you still don't want that ink pen. I put some tits and ass in front of that ink pen, or behind that ink pen, you're going to want to buy it, right? It's a bunch of bullshit. Still, the same old shitty ass ink pen, but you want it because there's titties and ass. That's marketing at its finest, and that's what's wrong. That's a big problem. What's wrong with NASCAR now? Same concept. You have the same mediocre product, and you just market it a certain way and pretend that you got the best. 43 best, my ass. 43 that can afford it. Now, here's the deal. I always knew in my heart that a certain situation was what I thought it was, but now that it's been confirmed, and I'm talking to you over there in Australia right now, and I'm talking to you in Pennsylvania right now, you uh, you promote mediocrity. You put these videos out of back running cars and pretend like they're the best to promote your product. You use the tits and ass of your female drivers to promote your products. Why are you doing that? Because of the lack of the content and lack of depth within yourself towards women is the reason you do it. It's no different than Danica Patrick, or as I call her, as you all know, Pimple Tits, in the NASCAR ranks. She takes her clothes off, she gets the checks, she gets to race. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. This marketing, this whole, and it goes all the way from the drivers, all the way through the media, all the way through the fringe media. This marketing. It's crap. It's crap. You know, I'm called negative because I'm impartial. If it's good, I'll say it's good. If it's negative, I'll say it's negative, but I'll call it out and I'll say what you don't want to say and what you're afraid to say because you won't get the likes or you won't get the hits or you'll lose the fan base that you're pandering to. You cannot be impartial. You cannot be impartial while pandering to that certain fan base. Just like the whole sex sales thing. It's a bunch of bullshit. It does nothing but cover up the fact that you have an inferior product and you need to get it out to the masses. So how do you do that? You make it pig on a lipstick. It's the old saying, pig on a lipstick. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it's, I don't care if you can't see it or not. It's ruining the sport, and it shows with the cancellation of TV stations. It shows with the cancellation of hours of programming on TV for the NASCAR ranks. It shows with the fans in the stands. Not that the aluminum fans are showing up in droves. It shows in the TV ratings of what's still there. What's still there? People are tired of this. People are tired of this. They're tired of manufactured drama. They're tired of the pandering to certain groups within that. It's like high school, man. It's like high school. You have the in crowd, you have the nobodies, and you have the jocks. That's exactly what you guys are acting like, and that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's destroying the sport. You know, you can only put lipstick on the pig. You can only put tits and ass in front of an inferior product for so long before people finally understand what's going on. In today's world, it takes longer than what it used to. That's a fact. That's a fact that I don't like to deal with, but it is what it is. You know, you just got to stop. You just got to stop. If you truly love this sport as much as some people say they do, and get these simple joys out of this sport that they say they do, you better change your ways, or it's not going to be around in the way that you want it to be around, or the way that we was used to it being around. Get back to promoting the Rascals. Get back to letting the drivers be who they want to be. We all know that the corporate world's what destroyed all this. Well, the corporate world's backing out. You know, the corporate world's changing too. You know, so why not some change that we can actually believe in and get it back to where it used to be, to where all fans were included, because that's not what's going on now. You have just a certain segment that is pandered to, and it is given what they want. The other part of the segment that's turned their back on this sport have done so because they're not getting the content that they want. They're not getting the facts that they want. They don't want to hear all this bullshit. They don't want to know what kind of toilet paper was used. They don't want to know what they had for dinner last night. That's not what a true race fan wants. It's not what a true racer wants. We just want to know the facts. We want good racing. We want innovation to be there. It's really not that hard. It's really simple. What's going on now is what's really hard. And that's because you're running from one fire to another to put them out in order to keep everything under control. It's no different than House of Cards. The House of Cards is collapsing. The kitty coming to shit in the sandbox, and you failed to look for the kitty bombs is the problem. Your ultimatum, not mine. So, all right. I think I'm about done with the rant this week. I do have some good news. We're going to do a PR release on the BRR Facebook page tomorrow. As you guys know, we took this week off for Labor Day weekend, and we just put out a audio version of our live video chat for the Burning Rubber radio show this week, which airs this evening, tomorrow, and Saturday on the Performance Motorsports Network and a couple other stations. You think I'd know this stuff, wouldn't you, since I left back so much. But major lineup changes, and we will release those tomorrow, Friday, September 6th. We'll release the new co-host lineup for Burning Rubber Radio starting next week's shows. It's a whole new lineup. It's new but old. So we'll release those names tomorrow and some other positive stuff. Don't forget about the legal stuff at the end of this. I was told I needed to put it on there. So other than that, Burning Rubber Nation, you don't know how much that myself, Dirty Dan, and Swami Andy DeLay, and the others that's involved with Burning Rubber Radio, you don't know how much we appreciate your support and your continued support. All those that's come over to Burning Rubber Radio to follow me. I'm glad to be back. I'm back in the saddle, and we're going to release these rants on Thursday of every week, and you got the Dirty Dan wrap up on Wednesdays. The radio show airs Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays on the Performance Motorsports Network. Go to the Burning Rubber Radio Facebook page for all this info and much, much more. And once again, thank you for your support and giving me, it looks like it's going to be about 18 minutes out of your day today. I really appreciate it. Catch you all later.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the management and ownership of either the Performance Motorsports Network or the Scorpion Radio Group, or those of our advertisers and marketing partners.